MOB Bebe, known as Bebe, is also a Chicago native from the south side of Chicago. Bebe was from MOB. MOB stood for Mind Own Business. Bebe's real name is Jordan Liggins. MOB is a set of GDs located between 56th and 59th and Wabash Avenue in Chirac. They at war with sets 300, 600, Front Street, and THF. They are closely allied with nearby GD sets such as Tuckerville, Brick Squad, Wiggle World, CVG, and CMB. Bebe grew up on 51st Street section of the Robert Taylor homes. He was the younger brother of MOB Damo and MOB Watt Block. Bebe, Damo, Watt Block, and their sister shared the same mother, but she battled heavy drugs, and this led to them moving to Wabash, where they linked up with MOB. Before we get into this, let's take a trip back to some MOB members and find the Wowers.
MOB Scrap was first shot in his ankle at a party. A few days later, they had an altercation at Sharks on 59th and Wabash with several GDs from 56th and Shields. They opened fire on Scrap, hitting him in the chest, of which MOB Crazy shot back, saving MOB Scrap's life. 56 and Shield members had a long feud with MOB since Shields shot an MOB member in 2006. Then on June 12th, MOB Moochie, Lenum, and Scrap was walking in the alley on 56 and Wabash heading to the liquor store. Scrap and Moochie were ambushed by Shields members, in which Scrap was killed and Moochie Lenum was shot in the face but survived. Other MOB members who heard the shots looked and seen a Shields member car speeding away. Dusky was shot in the head multiple times. The shooting happened just before 4 p.m. on the 5600 block of South Michigan.
Look at this thing.
Nah, the fuck I'm coming straight MOB shit, bitch. And we out here on the 6, ain't worried about none of that shit.
Yo, this shit OP.
Through the deaths of MOB members Scrap, Dusky, E-Boy, Monster, and Killer K.I., MOB Bebe's destiny awaits a tragic ending such as his fallen brothers. As MOB Bebe, Jordan Liggins, and his older brother MOB Damo, Dominique Greer, moved to MOB land on Michigan and Wabash, they started to turn into a super savage. While Bebe's roots were on 51st Estate on Chicago's south side, he now started to make his legacy on Wabash with MOB Scrap, Dusky, Ruger, E-Boy, Monster, Killer K.I., Damo, and Pone. But this wasn't it. Ruger, Scrap, and Dusky were flipped from M-Town to MOB. MOB leaders Crusher and Bob blessed Damo and Bebe into MOB. They always kept their mind on business. Taking no stutter steps, each member started to commit murders for their gang and their respect. MOB Bebe got in tune with his cousin Stain with Wiggle World and his best friend Lil Mister. Together, they rep 57th and 75th, calling themselves 5775, which is a fusion of MOB and Wiggle World. To solidify their status with their gang, Bebe grabbed a pistol and slid down and shot Cello from Lowlife multiple times as he exited the project high-rise on 64th and Low. Damo, Stain, and Bebe slid through the BD's hood daily to get down. Bebe, Stain became the top shooters for Wiggle World. 12 started to watch them hard, so Bebe started to hang back on Wabash in Michigan, as 75th and Harvard in Inglewood was turned to hot. While Bebe attended that high school, he became cool with 051 Driller, Pry Boy, and Sly. Not to mention, they were all 600K tight. 05 Aerial and Damo became airtight like their brothers. Damo and 051 Aerial got word that Scrap was killed, and Aerial told 051 to slide for Scrap. 2 hours later, MOB and 051 slid down on 56 and Shields, of which MOB Dusky slid later as he was on electric monitoring. If you was down with the Wise, you was sliding for Scrap. Through Scrap's death, Melly, Bebe, and MOB Nut became very close. They started hanging together more and more and started robbing drug dealers. Melly, Bebe, and MOB Nut were using tracking devices to locate their drug dealers and rob them once they were alone. The GPSs were about 200 a pop. They were robbing for cocaine and heroin. While Melly, Bebe, and Nut were enjoying their robbery spree, MOB reached a tipping point when MOB Damo killed 800 Pyro. Pyro was MOB Nut's cousin. Since Bebe was Damo's brother, this caused beef between Nut and Bebe. Melly wanted to squash it, but Bebe and Nut were blowing too much smoke. Nut was pissed that Bebe's brother Damo shot his cousin in the head while he was asleep on 56 in Wabash. Melly decided to stay off the beef and fall back. 800 Young Money wanted an all-out war with MOB for killing and murdering Pyro. They stated it was cowardly to shoot a man while he lay defenseless in his sleep. In the wake of the drama from Damo killing Pyro, 800 wanted war, but MOB Nut intervened and stated, "I'll handle it, just fall back." Since Nut couldn't get to Damo, he forged a plan to get at Bebe. Bebe and Nut were beefing back and forth about money over a robbery that money wasn't distributed correctly, so Nut and Bebe was already at war with each other. Bebe met up with some members on 56 in Wabash to discuss the situation between him, MOB Nut, and 800 Pyro. Members told Bebe to just watch his back when moving around the block. As Bebe was speaking with the guys on 56 in Wabash, he gets a call from MOB Nut to come meet up with him to drop the BS and link up on another robbery. Bebe accepts the offer. Little did he know. MOB members were ganging on 56 in Wabash, 56 in Michigan, 57th in Wabash, and some were even sliding on 56 in Shields for MOB Scrap. And Bebe was linking with MOB Nut. With the recent death of Young Money member 800 Pyro, this caused MOB Nut to lose all sense of loyalty he had for MOB. or to Bebe. On a stormy night on the south side of Chicago, MOB Damo, Bebe's older brother, was hanging with MOB 10 Billies on 56 of Wabash. Amongst them was also 800 Pyro, who was blood cousins with MOB Nut. As Pyro lay asleep on the couch, Damo is highly drunk and mad about a dice game. Damo starts yelling at others and in rage shoots Pyro in the head while he lays asleep on the couch, and MOB Damo flees it and then goes on the run from CPD. While Bebe was hanging with 051 Melly, he finds out his older brother just caught a body and people are talking to 12 Ass, pointing Damo as the shooter. The death of Pyro lit fire with 800 Young Money, but also MOB Nut, as Pyro was his blood cousin. 800 Young Money was ready to declare war with MOB, but Nut tells them to fall back and he'll handle it. No flags thrown on the interception. It's a go. MOB Nut then calls Bebe on the block where Bebe is chilling on 56 and Wabash. Bebe decides to link up with Nut to hit a stain and drop the beef, or so we thought. MOB Nut calls up Gucci and they wait on Bebe to pull up. Meanwhile, on Wabash in Michigan, the gang is out deep patrolling the block and sliding on Shield members for MOB scrap. Just before noon, officers find Jordan Liggins, aka MOB Bebe, shot dead on the 400 block of West 75th Street on 6500 South Ross Avenue. Bebe had been shot in the head and hand trying to deflect the bullets. He was ambushed while he waited in his vehicle. He was dead on arrival at the scene. Since the death of Bebe, MOB Nut is not affiliated with MOB and has denied any culpability in Bebe's death. Many members of MOB wants to talk to Nut, but Nut has moved away from Chirac. MOB believes Bebe was hit from the inside just as Dusky and K.I. Wiggle World and MOB members throw these up for Bebe. I'm traumatized, thinking about all the people I lost. My daughter Ryan was shot in the head in 2006, and her best friend was killed in that shooting. Ryan survived but lost her independence. My 30-year-old son Ricky was killed in 2012 in Inglewood, and now my nephew Jordan, which y'all know as Bebe. Every day on my way to work, I drive past where Bebe was killed. I'll suck up my grief so he didn't die alone. Whenever I'm feeling down, I keep it moving. I can't fall. I can't fall to pieces. Not now. Not never. Love you, Jordan.